Good afternoon, Shavua Tov everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land, bringing you the top stories from Israel every Monday to Thursday, right here on this very channel. I'm Rolene Marks, and I'm always delighted to chat to you around about this time every day. Now, just a little word about this week. This week we'll be broadcasting Monday to Wednesday because Thursday is the Jewish festival of Shavuot. So we won't be on air, but we'll look forward to seeing you again next week. So without further ado, let's take a look at those top stories making headlines, and as we do every day, we look at how Israel is dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. Let's start off by taking a look at those very important stats. At the moment, and since the start of the global pandemic, Israel has 16,717 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Currently, we have 2,285 people still infected, 279 fatalities. Now, we haven't seen an increase in this since last Wednesday, so we pray to God, thank goodness, and may this be the last of Israel's fatalities. At the moment, 44 people are in serious condition, 34 are needing ventilators, and 14,153 people have made full recoveries. So, as the stats continue to improve, so do restrictions continue to be lifted, and today trains started to run, buses started to take in a little bit more people. The West Bank announced that they will be opening, and over the weekend there was an announcement that travel will resume to a few countries starting from June. This will take place in two groups, one group starting June the 9th, another group starting June the 20th, and slowly but surely we'll be increasing those groups. At the moment, the mandatory quarantine is still in place, so if you are traveling to Israel, please note that on arrival you will be expected to self-quarantine. In other major news, Prime Minister Netanyahu went on trial yesterday, or his trial started. Now, it's absolutely unprecedented that a sitting Prime Minister will go on trial for charges of corruption and bribery amongst some of them. Now, yesterday, opening arguments were made by both sides, and Netanyahu's defense team appealed to the Supreme Court for another 3 to 4 months to prepare, and Deputy State Attorney Liat Ben-Ari said, "You've had 18 months to prepare, you will not have an extension." It was quite interesting that the Prime Minister refused to sit in the accuser's chair, or in the accused chair, until the press had left the room. And the leader of the Blue and White, who is the alternative Prime Minister, Benny Gantz, said that Prime Minister Netanyahu is entitled to be innocent until proven guilty, and the next time that the Prime Minister and his team, or the next time this case will continue, is on the 19th of July. It will be a story that we will be bringing you regular updates. And in other big news, in fact, it's the biggest news, so big that it goes right out of the universe. Last year, Israel made the historical trip to the moon, and while we didn't land quite as expected, rather crash landing, but the way I see it, that's how we drive here, so why shouldn't we land on the moon like that? The Israel Space Agency has announced that the Jewish state is off to Neptune. This will be the first country to try and explore Neptune, and Israel's intention is to explore whether or not there is life on one of the underground oceans that is part of the planet's moon. So it sounds very, very scientific to me, but very, very exciting, and we cannot wait to follow Israel's potential mission to Neptune. So those are the top stories making headlines today. Don't forget you can check out our content on our website at www.layoftheland.online. You can read Rodney Mazinta's article all about BDS, how clever they are to try and brand themselves a human rights organization. Read about it there. You can also read it on our Facebook page at the Lotl site. While you are there, give us a like or a follow and share our content. And don't forget that besides getting your Israel Brief on Facebook, we also have a YouTube channel, and you can receive your daily dose of the Israel Brief simply by clicking on the subscribe button. So with these top stories, I'm Raylene Marks. This is the Israel Brief. We'll chat again tomorrow.